Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's We Do It All, straight from the garage. Got a 2002 Chevy Avalanche today, and I'm doing inner and outer tie rod ends, pitman arms, idler arms, and yeah, so I'm doing all of that. Not really a hard job. I think everything's the same from 2002 to 2006 Avalanche and Escalade EXT. Escalades may be the same also, but I know the truck is. So first thing we're gonna do is get these idler arms, excuse me, get these tie rod ends off. Tie rod ends aren't too difficult. This is your outer, so your outer is gonna go from here to here. You want to loosen this bolt right here, and once you loosen this bolt, you want to separate it. Of course, you're gonna take this bolt off. Then you're gonna separate it from the hub. Once you separate this, then you can take a pair of channel locks or whatever and get this bolt back here, and then it'll turn right out. Thing to be aware with this, you want to make some marks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mark here, and then I'm gonna try to match the new tie rod ends with the old ones. It's probably gonna be off, so you definitely want to plan to have an alignment if you're gonna do this job. An alignment can run you anywhere from $50 to $200 depending on where you get it done from. But anytime you replace suspension parts like tie rod ends and things like that, you want to make sure that you plan for an alignment. So we're gonna go ahead and get this Carter key off down here. Oh, shout out to Ryobi once again, you know what I'm saying? They do me right, so I give them a shout out in every video. Hopefully they see my video. Hey, before we get started, I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, man, and trying to get some better equipment. I got help today so I can use both hands. My son is out here with me, but in the future I want to get a tripod and maybe a light and some other stuff. So if y'all want to donate, the Cash App will be at the end of the video. It's $ Impala Dreams. So if y'all want to donate to the cause so I can keep bringing y'all content, please do. But this is not what this is about. I just do this for y'all, just to make things easier for the everyday person. So we're gonna go ahead and get started by taking this Carter key off. I just got some dikes right here. They call them dikes. Y'all can call them what you want, wire cutters or whatever you want to call them. Probably gonna break this one. I got new ones that came with the new tie rod ends, so it's really no need to try to baby these. If they break, they break. But got that out. Simple. And gonna remove this bolt. All right, bolt is off. So there's two ways you can take this out. You can get a hammer or a mallet, smack it here, and if that don't work, then you want to use a separator. Get it in between the tie rod end and the hub. Give it a couple whacks and pop out. So we'll try both methods. I'll try the hammer first, and we'll see. So it didn't release. So now I'll go to my forks. Get that in there. There it goes. All right, so that's that side of the tie rod end. Now we're gonna go to this side. Crawl up under here. And just remember, when you're doing this, you need to turn the steering wheel to accommodate what you're doing. You always have that option. All right, so got my crescent wrench, and we're just gonna turn this out. Once you get it loose, you probably get it by hand. I don't know what size wrench that is. I just know that I don't have a wrench that'll fit it. But if you have a decent sized pair of crescent wrench, I said pair. You got a decent sized crescent wrench, you should be able to get it out. Be nice if I went the right way. If y'all got questions, man, just put them in the comments. I do my best to answer everybody's questions. Like I said, I'm no professional by any means, but I do have a little bit of knowledge, so whatever I can share with the community, I do. And once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I know a lot of y'all have never seen my face. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a question and answer and a one-on-one, so you can see this inner tie rod end right here. You can see how it's just shaking. So that was definitely bad. And then with this one, you can see that and I'll go over and show you the new one and show you how it moves. Got my new outer tie rod in here and new inner tie rod in. The customer got his stuff from O'Reilly. I'm a big fan of AutoZone because AutoZone, for every $20 you spend, you get 5 purchases of $20, you get $20 for in-store purchases. O'Reilly only gives you $5, so I deal with AutoZone, but to each his own. Anyway, as you can see, I can't even move this compared to this one. It's all over the place, not even moving. And then as far as the front one, once again, there's no play in there. As with this one, I'm all over the place. So if you got wobbly steering, let's say you're going 40, 50 miles an hour and your steering wheel shaking, sometimes even less than that, this could definitely be a culprit. So you definitely want to look into getting that replaced. So what I'm gonna do now, basically with this one, I'm gonna match the new one up with this one, try to get them to the exact same length and put it back in. Now it's not gonna be computer precise, but at least it'll get the person to the point where they can go to whatever store they need to go to and get in alignment. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put together, and it's real simple. Like I told you, bolt back here, loosen it, this will thread off, and then you just want to count the number of threads that you have behind the bolt and make sure that this one matches that one. That's going to get you back to as close as you can get, as close as possible to where you need to be at. So hopefully with the tie rod ends, that'll help somebody, and we'll come back once we get everything put back together. They come with these little grease points. It's pretty self-explanatory, but hey, for those of you that never done it before, I understand. All you do, put it in the top. This is a 7mm wrench, and tighten it down. Don't over tighten it, but just tighten it down till it's flush. And then what this is for is, I'll show you. Stay there. All right, what this is for is if you have a grease gun like this one, all you're gonna do is hook your grease gun up on the back of it, and you're gonna fill it with grease, and that'll keep it lubricated. You just want to fill it up with grease until this gets to be a little firm, not too firm, but sometimes grease will come out the front and that'll let you know you got enough in there. It's going. Just gonna grease it up. I like to do this before I get it back on the vehicle. I'm gonna do it again when I get it on the vehicle, but just to put a little bit in there before I put it on the vehicle, just to give it a little cushion. I'm gonna stop there right now, but once I get it on the vehicle, I'll go ahead and finish it up. But what I did with this is this, I'm just gonna take the tie rod in, put it on the end of this. I can get it on the end. All right, I'm just gonna screw it all the way down. Right now, I'm not worried about where it stops because I need to put the rear in first. I'm just gonna screw it all the way down. On the old tie rod end, I had 4 threads behind the nut, so I'll make sure when I put it in and I tighten this nut down that only 4 threads are showing. It's not exact. It's not an exact science. We're just trying to get it back to as close as possible. When you're done with this, that's when you need to go to the professionals and do an alignment. So we got old and new. If you're just doing the front, a lot of times the rear doesn't need to be changed. If you're just doing the front, you need to release this nut while it's on the car. It'll be a lot easier to release this nut while it's on the car because there's tension on both sides. Once you release this nut, then you can take it off and then take the front off and put the new front back on. What I was talking about marking earlier, if you want to get a pick or something and just mark the position from this nut to the inner tie rod end, so when you put the new one on, you can put it on the same position. That'll help your alignment a little bit. But at the end of the day, unless you just are good at it or you just get it by luck, you're gonna have to get in alignment. So that's that. Like I said, it came with the grease point, and it also came with a new cotter key, excuse me, and it came with a new nut. So it came with all that new stuff, so you don't have to reuse the old one. So we'll get back to the vehicle and get this put on. Yeah. Okay, so this is where the inner tie rod end came out. Right here is another grease point, so you want to make sure when you get the new one in that you also grease this. So you're going to grease it here, and you're going to grease it right here at the hub once you get everything set up. So with the new one, it's not too difficult or too complicated. Just going to stick it in, run it all the way down, And if you notice, I didn't put the front in yet. You don't want to put the front in, because if you do, you're not going to be able to turn this freely. All right, so I got it all the way down, and I'll just take my trusty little crescent wrench here. Oh, slipped a little bit. Get it nice and tight. All right, now we can deal with the front. So, like I said, with the front, I have 4 threads showing. So right now, I'm just gonna back it all the way up and try to eye it. All right, and then now, once you get down to right around the end, that's when you're gonna have to roll this other nut up and see, okay, right there, show the threads. Right there, I'm looking at right about 4 threads. So if I tighten it right there, it should be close to where it was. It's not gonna be exact, but it should be close. So I'm gonna go one more turn. Let me see how that works out. Nope, that was it. So right there. So I know right here I can go ahead and install this new one, and then I'll tighten it up when I'm done. This is better if you're not on your back, but it is what it is. Matter of fact, let me get up. So just go ahead and stick that in there. And you can use the actual hub to push it and pull it, do whatever you need to do. So we got that in. We'll go ahead and stick our bolt on. Okay, that's definitely the wrong. So O'Reilly gave me a different size. That's cool. Got that in. So now what you want to do, if you look under here, you got this hole. So you just want to stick your Carter key in that hole. I think I brought it over here. Let me go grab it. All right, so we're just gonna stick this Carter key in here. I'll do it this way so y'all can see it better. And then I just do it with my hand. Just turn it down, and then we'll tighten up this bolt, this nut, excuse me. Of course, the one that was on here originally is a little bit bigger, so I'll be right back. All right, let's tighten that down. All right, and that's your basic tie rod outer and inner install. I'll get my grease gun, grease both of these grease points, and then I'll go ahead and do the other side. So if y'all have any questions, man, please leave them in the comments. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And if y'all want to donate to the We Do It All mission, I appreciate all of y'all that have been there since day one. Thanks for telling your friends about us. And if it's any content you want to see specifically, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to find that vehicle. All right, man. Peace. It's been real.